And of course, the story that has captured our minds, imaginations for the longest is underway in Bloemfontein this morning. The eight accused in the Thabo Bester prison escape case are due to appear together for the first time in the Bloemfontein Magistrate's Court. They include the rapist and murderer Thabo Bester, his partner Dr. Nandipa Makutumane, and her father. Makutumane's bail application was reserved last week after a legal team claimed new evidence had come to light. At the same time, the family of Katlego Bereng are demanding answers. Bereng's body was used as a decoy in Bester's escape. Reporter Silindelo Masikane is following up the story for us. Silindelo, thank you so much for joining us. I think it's kind of been a bit of a slow pace since the arrest of the very infamous fugitives. Now we are waiting to see if Dr. Makutumane would be able or eligible for bail. Give us the latest as to what's happening there.
Well, in essence, what we are expecting tomorrow in the Bloemfontein Magistrate's Court is, of course, the first appearance of all 8 accused in the Thabo Bester escape saga. This includes Thabo Bester, as well as Zolile Sekeleni, who we know, of course, is Dr. Makutumane's father, who has already been released on 10,000 Rand bail. Like you said, last week we saw the bail applications of the 5 other accused getting underway, but Dr. Nandipa reserving her right to apply for bail at a later stage. We also understand that the Department of Correctional Services has also made an application for Thabo Bester to appear virtually, and that is because of the security and safety risks involved in transporting Bester from the Kgosimampuru prison in Pretoria to Bloemfontein. It's about a 5-hour drive, and of course we know that we are expecting a postponement in the main matter, where all 8 accused will be appearing. Following that, we are expecting the bail applications for the 5 others to continue. Last week, we heard of the personal circumstances which they told the court through affidavits in terms of why the interests of justice permits their release. But the state then got underway with their opposition of these bail applications, bringing the investigating officer of the case to the witness box, who then detailed each of the accused role and how they've been implicated in this escape saga. Very chilling details coming out in terms of how Katlego Bereng's body was handled, how he had allegedly collapsed at a taxi rank, how he was then assisted, how his body rather was taken from the hospital by Dr. Nandipa and a said Zanda Moyo. A fake funeral then proceeded, and of course we know that accused number 1, Sinuhe Matswara, is the one who actually transported the body into the prison, and that Dr. Nandipa's father was the one who hired the car that was going to transport Katlego Bereng into the prison. What we also know is that accused number 3, that is Tebogo Dipolo, we understand, was the CCTV technician who not only switched off the cameras, but also put Katlego Bereng's body in a dustbin to then plant it in Thabo Bester's cell. We also know he has a previous conviction, and following a conversation we had with his father over the weekend, we understand, of course, that the family has been quite traumatized to hear of his role, or his alleged role, in the escape. During the testimony of the investigating officer, he actually also said that Dipolo was the one who confessed and implicated some of those we know who are still in the dock. Let's just take a listen to what some of Dipolo's father had to say with regards to how not only traumatizing this has been for the family, but just how the family itself is asking for forgiveness and has been quite ashamed with the implication of Tebogo Dipolo.
Ke se ke kopile tshwarelo ke wele ka mangwele ke wele ka eleskinetse ha ke sa ke botlhoko tle ke botlhoko ngwana ke waka ke motswadi wa bana a se foka ke re Tebo ke ngwana ka be ke re ke Tebo fela ke ngwana e le ngwana e mong le e mong ke ngwana waka botlhoko ba gaga ke baka.
And that was our reporter Silindelo Masikane giving us an update on the Thabo Bester saga, or the matter that's now going to be in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court tomorrow.